The woman was driving when she suddenly noticed something terrifying. 2 drops of blood were streaming from the corners of her eyes. Before she could react, she went to see God. But in the back seat, her son didn't panic at all. He calmly opened the car door and dragged his mother's body outside. What happened next was beyond belief. Her body slowly lifted off the ground, floating eerily. When the police arrived after receiving the report, everyone froze in shock at what they saw. One detective bravely reached out to touch the body, but realized there was nothing supporting it. He guessed it might have something to do with a magnetic field disturbed by an unknown force. He tried to unbutton the woman's sleeves, but to his horror, the body suddenly began to move on its own, as if something invisible was guiding it. The officers exchanged confused looks and decided to follow. Soon they were stunned again. In the empty field ahead, 3 identical bodies were floating in midair, slowly spinning, like they were performing some kind of ritual dance. Realizing this was far beyond normal science, the police quickly brought the bodies back to the lab for study. After a detailed examination, the coroner discovered something unbelievable. Even though the hearts had stopped beating, the cells were still active, as if they hadn't truly died. One of the women suddenly opened her eyes. The coroner panicked and rushed to grab her equipment to save her, but the woman quietly closed her eyes again. Everyone stood frozen in fear, unable to explain what they had just seen. To uncover the truth, the FBI returned to the crime scene. That's when a police officer brought back a key lead. Surveillance footage showed the victim's last appearance at a gas station convenience store, and her son was with her in the car. The male detective immediately focused on the boy, believing he might hold the answer. But when they arrived at the woman's house, they found only a single child's shoe at the doorstep and an eerie silence all around. Even the neighbors were gone. The chilling atmosphere made their skin crawl, but they had no choice except to keep searching. Then came something even more horrifying. The woman's body was floating in midair again, her lips curved into a strange, unsettling smile. The bodies were taken back to the lab once more. As the coroner shone her flashlight across them, a faint whisper echoed in her ears. She turned around instinctively and saw all the corpses slowly rising into the air, murmuring the same name over and over again. Terrified, she called the male detective. The female agent's face went pale as soon as she heard the name. It was the little boy's name. But the nightmare was far from over. The FBI received another bizarre report, and when they arrived at the new scene, they were horrified to see a man's body half buried in concrete. The case had plunged into an even deeper mystery.